In today's video, we're going to look at how to create a timeline in Joomla, and we are going to follow a Joomla Magazine article, the instructions provided there by Viviana Menzel, and that's going to be good practice doing some layout overrides, a fun topic for today. Hey there, Joomla fans. Tim Davis here. I'm a Joomla fan too. Thanks for tuning in to Watch My Work live stream number 310 here on the Basic Joomla channel, where I show you my favorite extensions, tools, and tips for building and maintaining Joomla sites. So work on Joomla sites, build them, maintain them, do all the stuff on them. If you're looking to hire some short-term or long-term, or just to get you out of the spot, send me an email, tim@cybersalt.com, and let's talk. Okay. Now, hey, a word about the background screen. I think you might think that picture today, I think you might think that it has not changed since last week, but let me just turn my camera off here. I think that will do it right there. So last week I had a picture of a cribbage hand that I had gotten playing cribbage with my wife Susan, and it was close to a perfect hand. So as you see on our cribbage board, it says there's a 29. That's the highest score you can get in cribbage. And remember last week I explained that perfect hand is 3 5s and a jack in your hand. And then when the card is cut, a 5 of the same suit of the jack in your hand comes up, and that works out to 29 points. So I showed you this near perfect hand that I had. I had 3 5s and a jack. And I said, well, don't see that very often, have to play cribbage more often. Well, last week when we were playing, I got another hand with 3 5s and a jack, and this time a king was cut. I think the other one, a 3, was cut. So I took a picture of this one. Now, just for those of you who play cribbage, it's not this. I knew right away I could not get a perfect hand because the 5 of diamonds and the jack of diamonds were in my hand. So the 5 of, I would have to have had the other 5 that's not there, the 5 of clubs in my hand, and the 5 of diamonds cut, at which point I would have had, at which point I would have had 29 points. But this counted out at 20 points, and so it was kind of fun that I got that again. Man, you know, you look at your hand and you're waiting for the cut, and it's like, well, I wonder if this is going to be a perfect hand. No, it's not going to be. Well, I wonder if it'll just be one short of a perfect hand. And it was not. So anyways, I thought, well, I showed it to you last week. I will show you. So I will have to play cribbage some more and see if I can actually get a perfect hand someday. Or Susan, that would be fun as well. There in our province, there's a seniors games, 55 plus seniors games. So there's running and all kinds of stuff. It's for old people, people over 55. And but noticed on the news last night, one of the events that you can sign up for is cribbage. So I thought, oh, okay, I might do that. Okay, so let's turn our attention to the screen, and we'll get to today's topic. Hello to Bjorn and Ivor in chat. Good to see you again today. Don't forget to give a video a like. If you're watching this or watching on the replay, that would be great. And we will get it shared out to people. Bjorn says, here's pure bootstrap timeline of events in 1976 using only custom fields. Oh, okay, interesting. So Bjorn's got something using custom fields as well. Let's take a quick look at that, and then we'll look at the instructions that Viviana gives us here. Let's see here. There we go, Babla. Okay, and this is in dark mode. My computer swapped it to dark mode, but cool. If it goes to February, it jumps to April. Now it is jumping to the top of the page there, but nice. And you did that with custom fields. Very interesting. All right, to Viviana's article here. I will paste the link there in chat for everyone to follow along. And let's get going. How to create a timeline in Joomla. It's possible to create a timeline using only Joomla core. Is it possible? Yes, of course. Here's how to do it. using the articles module in Joomla. See it in action here. Now, this is it at work here on the site, the Joomla milestone site. All right, and that's what we're going to duplicate today. What you need: a category, for example, our story, articles for the milestones, and for the example company, I've created a category with 5 articles. The title of the article is the year followed by the milestone, 2015. All right. All right. So let's get 5 articles. Okay. Let's just do this right now. We're going to go to ChatGPT. Let's do it in Gemini. I need 5 articles. Oops. All right. Well, remember that I need 5 articles featuring key milestones in, what will we do? Milestones, the development of automobiles. The titles should have the milestone. Whoops, the titles should have the milestone and year. Okay, it'll fix my bad typing there. All right, it's going to do that, so we can create that. She's going to create the article timeline using an articles module. To make it really simple, I've created an alternative layout with very little code. As described in earlier articles, an alternative layout is a copy of a Joomla core file, in this case, a copy from the articles module files with another name, timeline.php, instead of default.php. So we're going to make that. This copy lives in your template and allows you to make modifications that are specific for the module using the new layout without changing all other modules. To create an override alternative layout, you can create a file on your computer and transfer it to your website using FTP, or create it directly in the backend, which is what we'll do. The article modules consist of 3 files: default.php, default titles.php, and default items.php. For the timeline, I added only 1 file, timeline.php. The file is stored under templates, Cassiopeia, HTML, mod articles. All right, so it's all laid out for us, and we've got our sample articles here that we can do. That is great. So let's start out with this layout override. We're going to go in the back end. I'm using this J53 site today, which I have been mangling over time. Oftentimes I will use StageIt in order to, whoops, we are out here. And there's hello to Susan in chat. She's behind the background here. The StageIt, let's just go to light mode here to make a copy of the site, so I'm not wrecking the live site, but this is just a sandbox site, so I'm not going to use StageIt. But if you're looking for some way to test things in Joomla without wrecking your live site, StageIt is a great thing. It makes a copy of your site. So we're going to go to System, and we're going to go to Site Template Styles. And now we're going to go to Cassiopeia Details and Files, and we're going to create an override. And the override we want to do is a module, and it says right here, mod articles. There's mod articles. We'll do an override. And that is in Cassiopeia HTML mod articles. So here we go, Cassiopeia HTML mod articles. And that is the override that we did. That's the basic, but we're going to make one in here as well. So I'm going to make a new file. And now we have to select the folder, HTML, com content, no, com mod articles. I'm going to put it in this folder. Okay. And the file name, we will just match the same thing here, is going to be timeline.php. All right. And we're also going to select this code here, which is the override, and put that in the file. And we're going to copy that. All right, so the file name is control v timeline.php. We don't need the ending though. Yes, only the name, exactly. And then we say the type is PHP, and we create it. Now we have created it. Here it is, shows where we're at. And here's that. So now we're going to paste in the override that Viviana has shared in that article. And we'll just save and close. That's all we need to do there. Now, also, she has supplied some custom CSS. And now we're going to put that where custom CSS for Cassiopeia goes. Sorry for if I have the sniffles today, everybody. It's just some sinuses thing going on here. But so let's select the CSS. Right. And copy. Now I believe that if we're going to, so I'm going to close here. Oh, no, I want to go into files, to the editor. And we've got media template site Cassiopeia. We'll go CSS. Oh, I already have it. You need to have a file called user.css, which you'll see down in the bottom left hand is. Bjorn says it's possible to use the PHP extension without selecting from the list, you think, in Joomla 5. Okay. Hello, Julie, joining us from South Africa. So we already have the user file here. Again, if you did not have user.css, which is where you put custom CSS for Cassiopeia, remember, if you're using a different template system, they all have different places to put custom CSS. I really wish that Cassiopeia had somewhere that you could just paste it right in a custom CSS area, as a number of templates do, but we can make user CSS. But what you would do is, since I already have this, you would create a new file just like we did. You would go to media, and then you would highlight the, just make sure, go to media template site Cassiopeia. You would highlight the CSS folder. All right, that's where you put it. And your file name would be user, and you would give it of the type CSS, and then you would create it. You want to create it in this folder. Remember, it's a bit fiddly over here. You have to select the folder where you want the file to be created. But I already have it. So when I click on user CSS, we're going to see, yes, when we were playing around with transitions in here. All right, nice. So I can just put this at the end, this custom CSS that she gave us. There it is. And as I'm often, there it goes, timeline. I really encourage my team to, and I try to do it myself, to put little notes in for what this CSS does, just for people that come along later. And to do that, you just put a / asterisk, and then you can type a bunch, and then you can go asterisk / to turn it off. If you don't, watch what happens. You change everything into a comment, and nothing will work below after that. All right, so we have our CSS there. And the result is this. Now, we don't have the articles in, so why don't we just do that quickly? Let's see. Now, we're going to have to do something with the module, I think. So we'll see. But let's quickly put in a few articles here. All right, so we're going to, I think that's closed, but I'll save and close that. Close this. We're going to go to component content articles. Now, we need that category, which I think what has she named here, category our story. So we'll do that. But I'm going to make it on the fly. So I'm going to make a new article, And the category is going to be our story. I'm just going to type that in over here and hit enter. So you can create a category off the start. Now that will be a root. The category is not created until we save. And if you want to have that category as a subcategory, something you would then have to assign it after. So, you may want to go through steps and just go to the category section, create the category, our story, put it in the hierarchy where you want it to go, and then you would be good to then go create articles and assign it. Okay, the first car, 1886. I'm going to do this. I'm going to copy that article, paste it there, and I'm going to move that title up to there. Take that out. And it's in our story. And I'm going to go save. All right. Now, this next story, mass production. All right. Now, I'm going to Control A and paste that in there. I'll move that up to there. Take that out. Now, be very careful that you just don't, with muscle memory, hit save here, because what we want to do is save as copy. Now, as we saw earlier, I had to make a video correcting this. See this alias here? We can just leave that as the same, because in Joomla 5, save as copy updates the alias, but it does unpublish that article. So let's quickly do our 5 more here. Copy, whoops. Control A, Control V. It's interesting that these are bold. I wonder if it's HTML. What is it? Let's see the source code. Yeah, it's just plain HTML, so that's okay. Okay, I'm going to cut that out. That, and go save as copy. 2 more to go, air conditioning. Okay, Control A, Control V. Whoops, that's not what I wanted to do. That, Control V, save as copy, and our last article. Do that. Take out the space at the beginning. Save as copy. And now we will close, since that's saved. And here's our articles, but you notice only the first one is published, because the other ones we have were saved as copied, so they are unpublished by default. So we'll publish those. So the next thing that we need to do then is do this article module and assign it somewhere. And then we will see the layout. So on our home page, let's, I guess we need a menu item too, right? Did she say that? Article for the milestones. I'll create a timeline using articles, make it really simple. I guess we can just assign this to a page. So let's just assign it to all of them. And up here, I'm going to go question mark TP equals 1. Template positions 1 equals 1. Let's just see where the template positions are in your module. And let's assign this to top A. We've got 1 there. We have 3 there. Yeah, we'll assign it to top A. And we will go back to our here, and we go System, Site Modules, New, and we want to do an Articles module. Not the legacy one. These are old ones. They're all combined and caught up here in Articles, this new one here. So we'll go Articles. Click that. And we'll call this History of the Car. And top A. That's where we're putting it. Menu assignment on all pages. And now I need to find where we can put in that override, which I believe is in advanced. Yes. So we go to advanced and there's layout. And now we tell it to use that we want it to display not the default one, but this custom one that we made, this override. All right. Well, this all seems to be going fairly smooth, so here's hoping. We're going to save that. We're going to go. I think we may have to play around with the order of this though. There's our history of the car. Now it's jammed off to the side here because, oh, we have this other, why is it jammed off to the side here? History of car. Oh, look at, oh, I did, yeah, all right, see, I spoke too soon. Let's go back into modules. The category filtering include what? Our newest one down here, our story. I guess I should have called that car story. All right, now we'll go refresh. And there we go. Now, this is not in the order that we created it, so we need to play around with that. Plus, something goofy is happening over here, because this is showing beside. This is showing beside the content, I think. All right, let's just see here. Of course, and this is a template that I've been messing around with. So let's see. Oh, these are modules assigned to top A as well. That's why they're like that. All right, let's fix this. Let's go to our modules. I'm going to filter by position. And there's top A. Oh, latest post. That's what we've got there. Right. And we'll refresh. Much better. All right, let's get rid of that. And here's our module, history of the car. So now, notice there's no order here. So why don't we just take, it's a good chance for us to play around and see the options we have for displaying order. Let's go into the back end here to modules. I'm going to open this in a new tab. Now I created them top to bottom in the order. So if we go to, let's see, articles, inclusive, category articles, that's not order there, display options. Ordering options. All right, article field to order by. We're going to order by the title? No. We're going to order, yeah, Bjorn, yeah, Bjorn just typed in ordering options there. I need the 4-second head. I think there's between me and then what you guys see, there's a 4-second delay. So that's the 4-second advantage I have over y'all, as they would say in Texas. So if I don't figure it out in 4 seconds, I look over and see, and it's often Bjorn that is typed. Let's go by created date. It's the order that we put them in just right now, and we'll go ascending. And there's 1886, 1908, 1912. All right, so by going by the order of the created date, and it also does the time, it went in that order. Now, if we were going to add it went in the order that we made them. So the ascending. So start it with the lowest time, the first one, and then it went up to the last one. Sounds a strange way to put it. But let's also see if we go to by article order. This might give a little bit more opportunity and control over adding other articles. And so, for instance, we refresh. Now, so we've got 1959, 1939, 1912. So they're going down. And that is the actual order of those articles. Articles. Let's filter by category, which is our story. Oh, Susan says it's like a 15-second delay. Interesting. Because Susan can hear me in the background. So, wow. Yeah, so Susan's watching live. She could actually just come around and watch on the screen here, but I guess if she's trying to follow along as well. All right, so we're going to click this order, this here, and it shows this will turn these dots solid, and this is the actual article order. Now, the reason that I'm showing you this method is because later on, we might want to add another article right now about 1912. Maybe we'll say 1911. Let's make a new article. Toasters installed 1911. New cars started coming with toasters and kettles. Okay, so, and it's in our story and it's published, so I save and close. Now, Bjorn says set year first. Yeah, you could put year first and then it would go alphabetically. Although the problem would be in this formatting, if it was like, if you had a month like August of 1959 and then April of 1959, that could be challenging. So for timeline, I think, so as you'll see here, if we go to home, we end up with toasters 1911, then 1959. It's like, no, that's not great. And we want to show the history, so we'll do this. We're going to take the last one here until this turns into a little moving tool. Put that up. And then we've got 1908. That can be second. Then 1911. Then 1912. And we'll put 1959 at the end there. And that order works. Now, I would go to clean the cache. I have Regular Labs cache cleaner up there. Just in case. Because, well, that's not. Let's go Control Shift and R. Oh, no, it actually worked right away. Yeah, or in Bjorn's point out, you could put 1959.08, 1959.11. Yes, you could. You could also, I was going to say you could hide the title, but the title is what it does. It is this nice formatting. But you'll see, for the timeline, managing it by the article order, in this case, is really nice because it gives you control over how things happen, how things display. Now, let's keep reading down here. The result is a fancy timeline with milestones, yeah, which we see. If you select it to display an image, okay, we could do that. Where would that be? Module, menu assignment, display options, show intro image. Yeah, we could do the intro image. Yeah, and let's do this. Make an image to go with each article. The image should relate to the subject. Let's see what Gemini does here. See what it comes up with. All right, there's one. can't download the image. Did 3. Let's play around with 3. All right, so click on this. We will save image as PNG. Just call this 1886, and I'm going to, oh, it'll only offer me as PNG. That's what we'll do for now. All right, and then we've got this, save image as, this is 1908. Right, and we're saving this into, oh, my thumbnails folder. Oh, didn't want to do that. And we'll go save image as. These are not all going to have the same format, but they'll work for us, just for us to play around. We'll go to articles. So the first one's 1886. And images, intro image, select. We're going to upload. And I have to go to my basic Joomla folder here, to thumbnails. And here are the 3 images right here as icons. I'm going to open those. And they're uploading. Great. So we'll select that. Save and close. We'll go to 1908. Images, select that. And we'll go to, oh, toaster. Oh, we'll go to the electric self-starter because I didn't ask for a picture of toasters from 1911. There we go. Select. Save and close. Now, when we refresh, there's our picture. And even though these are not the same formatting, like this has a dark frame around it, you know, you could work more on that. But maybe it doesn't hurt so bad to have it like this. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, but we actually have 6, don't we? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Must be a module setting. Oh, articles to display. So if you had a lot, just toss in 100 at that point. Or whatnot. Sorry for all that clicking around. Now we've got 1 picture there. Miss a point. We get another picture. Okay, let's see. Susan says, I think the look of the titles as it is, description and years better for users. Reordering the articles so they display as listed seems to be best option to me and easy to adjust later too. Yes, I like that for adjusting. We're using the images tab rather than adding it directly in the article this time. The reason that I use the images tab in the article is because the Joomla core articles, and this is, and of course this is a layout override, are set to show, are set to play with the intro image or the full article image. So when we go into the module and we go to, wasn't that display options? Oh, let's see. Oh, that I'm in the article there. All right, so if we go modules, history of the car, we go to here. Let me just see display. Yeah, so down here we have this option, show intro full image. Show intro or the full image. You have to select which one. So it's either the intro or the full. You don't get any other option, or it's no. So because this is core Joomla, core Joomla doesn't have the option to just show the image as the first image in the article. Now, it is possible that if we go into here and actually, you know what? I don't know. Well, let's put an article. Let's put the image in there. And that's one of the things I like about Raxel is Raxel says you want to use the intro image, the full image, or the first image found for Raxel module. I like that. First image found in the article or automatically. But we're limited in this. We're limited, quote unquote, in this with Joomla. So let's go to this image. And once again, this is something that I don't like about Joomla. I did see today that in Joomla 6, Tiny MCE Editor 8 is out. I really hope that they fix something about the image thing here, because you use the image button and you have to know the source. Now we can go to CMS content and we can go media, and now we can select an image. But we can assign a class and figure class and a caption, but we insert it, it's full size. So I think, oh, now let's go ahead and change the size. So we go back here and it's selected, and we'll say, let's make the size 400. And we'll align it to the right. Save. All right. So we'll save that. And now, when we refresh, we end up with the image inside with the text. So we could actually use the first image in there, but notice this is the alignment. If I click on, and there's no way to click on here to read the full article. If this was also an article that was being viewed on the page, then an article, let's see, where would we that if we're going to view the article on its own as an article, the formatting ends up getting shown in here. So in this case, using this image kind of works out well. Otherwise, you have to go into the image. So if we were not seeing if this were not an article that was available publicly, we're just only using it for the timeline, we could do this. We could get rid of the class, none, save, and then we could put it on its own. And let's go save, and let's see how that looks. Yeah, and did I set up a page break to allow for the more button? No, I haven't done that. And we can play around. Okay, so we refresh. And then we end up with the image, but still the image is only the size in our article in this case. So we could do that. Go here. We could take out the image size. Go save, then it's big. And I get what you guys are saying about the read more. We could change something like that too. So let's see here, save. We'll go back here, refresh, and then we end up with both images. So we wouldn't need to use the intro image there. So just to clean things up here, let's go back into the module and we'll say no to showing the image. Save. So that means now we're only going to see the image of this article here. And see, Susan says an image in the text not display as nicely. That's good to know about using the image tab. It looks like that would be the best way to display images when using modules. In this case, it is. But now that we're down to just this one picture, the image is actually showing inside the gray area. Let me send I have to send a client a little note here. There we go. There we go. Excellent. All right, so send them a little note. They need some help, but it's something that can wait for a little bit. So now, so that's good. That's full size. Now let's do this here. I'm going to duplicate this tab and close. And first of all, I'm going to make a menu item here for the main menu blog, right? Car history. Okay. And we'll select the type that we're going to do. We're going to do articles, do a category blog, and we're going to select the newest one we made down here. And the blog layout, featured articles, category order, article order, we're going to go with the articles order. Article order. All right, and I think that's going to create us a link up here in the top. There we go. We'll go to car history. Now we're going to see that module anyways because it's assigned to every page, but here's how the article would look like in a blog. And in fact, let's just make this less complicated for us here. We're going to go to back to, let's see, menus item. We'll leave this here. Close. Here's the modules. I'm going to go to the menu assignment on all pages. Let's assign this only to the home page. Sorry, that's only on the pages selected. Let's select none, and we'll put it on main menu home. I think that's going to take care of that, right? Here we have the module at the top. Yep. But when we view this page here, it will no longer appear. Right. Now we just get this big picture. So if we want a full-size picture, oh my goodness, what's going? Oh, yeah. Oh, all right. Something else that we need to just be aware of. In this menu item that we just made, called car history, we want to not see the images in the core tool. Options. And it tested my knowledge of the core here today. Not that. Linked intro image. No. Article order. No. Options. Did I already? Let's see. No, how do I not show the intro in the blog view? Get to the menu item. Category image, hide, yeah. Don't want to see the category image. And I also don't want to see the intro images. Feature or links to Am I wrong in thinking there's somewhere for me to say no to the images? All right, we have to do some pretending. Pretend that this first picture does not show. In fact, why don't, Bjorn says in options, choose a layout. Oh, title, link titles, intro text, options for the menu item. Yeah, okay. Position article, article info category, link, parent, link to author's contact page, create, modify, publish, navigation, read more. Yeah, there's not anything in here for not seeing the images. There is for the category. This is for the category, but linked intro image, featured articles. All right. I'm just going to do this. I'm going to go to images. And I'm going to delete this one. Just because we're not showing that anyways on our home page, which means when we go to the car history blog, that first image doesn't show. So here's the dilemma. This is the image. Okay, this title, this image, and this is the text of our article right here. Now, because on the home page we want a full image across, if I resize this image to smaller, it'll show up smaller here, and that's not what we want. But I can do this. I'm going to Control A and copy. And now I'm going to hit enter. And now I'm going to paste, Control V. But in between those two, after here, I'm going to put in the read more as you guys, was suggested further up. And the read more is, where are you, read more? That's the horizontal line. Oh, this might be insert read more here in the content because this is tiny MCE. Now, the other thing that I want to show is when this article is shown, intro text, I don't want to see the intro text, right? So, for instance, home. So now what will happen here is that when this article is viewed in full, we won't see what's before the read more. We won't see this image. We won't see this image. We will see this image here and the text, which means that now we can go into here and we can make this 300. All right, and we'll give it a class of left, and let's give it some horizontal space. I think 10 pixels will do for us here. I would like to only put 10 on one side, but you don't have that option here. You could set up a class to do that. Now, so we've got our intro text, and we've got a small picture and that. So now when we go and we view the blog post here, we see this as the intro text there. If we go read more, we get this the nice small article. But we're still getting this as the intro text because it's big. Which, again, if we go back to view this home page here, we're still getting just the intro text there. All right. So it's just showing articles up to the intro text. Hello, Yanis. Yanis is back from vacation. Probably been back for a while. But yeah, so we still get the nice view there. But the problem being that because we've used a blog view as well, we still see the intro text here, which is big. So there, there's lots of options here for us to try to do things a different way. The article itself, showing by itself, is exactly maybe what we would want someone to see. And you could have, we could have lots more text after here, which is after the read more. Your intro text still shows on the front page, but it would still show in the blog view. So, some ways around that. Well, you could create a layout override for the category blog view where the intro images had a size and an alignment. But you apply that only to the layout override. So then your category blog would look the way that you want it to. But then you would also still have your full-size image here. Or what we could do is something's wrong with my connection and voice. Oh, and we haven't heard anything yet in the stream, so I wonder if maybe it's just your bandwidth. You might want to refresh the page or the stream and then skip to the end so you make sure you're getting the latest thing. So I think in this case, Yanis, it's just your connection. Anyways, so we're getting a timeline of those modules. We get the image here that's included. There does not seem to be a way that I can see. Student says, interesting that the title shows after the image and the text in the read more view. The title shows after the image. Shows after the image and the text in the read more view. Oh, that's an option. I think that's an option up here. Read more with title. So that is, we'll put the read more, I'll put the title of your article in there. So if I click hide, and we go refresh, then you end up with just the read more. I like the read more with the title because it's puts your keywords, puts your title onto the page a second time. So I think that's nice to tell about the page. Although, I just watched a video while I was having breakfast this morning from Neil Patel about the change that Google is bringing along to their Google Ads and AI. And it's crazy. It's crazy how everything is changing about AI. I mean, he basically said that keywords was dead. And so we have to rework our whole thinking of how to be found in search engine results. In AI results, really, is what we have to rework there. So this is the menu. Let's just go back here, read more, and we'll use global, and we'll save. But there is no way here to hide, to not see the intro images. I don't think there is. Unless we go to, what would we do? Would you go to category? In our story? Oh, click on the article and see after it shows. Okay, let's see here. All right, read more. Oh, I see what you're saying. Oh, that's because I think that's because oh yeah, interesting. Yeah, that's interesting. This is the first car in 1986. Yeah. Why is that happening? I see what you mean. I don't know. I don't I don't think it's something I've changed in the site. I've beat the site up quite a bit, but yeah, why is the title there? Interesting. Heading 2. It's there. There's some kind of strange. That's very strange. Bjorn says it's doable by CSS order. Yeah, but it should just, I'm sure the layout, I think this must be something that I changed on this site. Let's see if there's others here. Let's go to blog. Welcome to your blog. Yeah. Oh, it's happening here too. All right. I've changed something on this site. Go ahead and you can't break it. Blog. Welcome to your blog. I must have changed. I must have been changing around with layouts just to. I must have done this to show. Oh, you know what? I think what I did was I was showing a team member or showing someone about layout overrides. I said, "Hey, look, let's look at this site. Look, I can move the title to the bottom if I want." And that's what I did. So, all right. So that was good eye that you saw that, Susan. And but that's just for me mangling the site. So everybody, don't pay attention to that. That's an artifact of me. I really need to. I think I'm keeping this site for some reason because there's a setting on it that I liked that I need to preserve, but I've forgotten already. Yeah. Ivor says be interesting to make an AI agent that automatically gets the news and puts it on the website. Well, we know that Mark DeChevre has shown how to use automation to take an RSS feed and add articles to Joomla thing. And I'm sure that there's a way with make.com. There would be a way. Yeah, basically all the AI needs to do is find the article and fill in a spreadsheet or do something. Yeah, with the title after. Yeah, I suppose that would be an approach. It is different. I don't know if it's cool, but it is different. Yeah, to get AI to do that is, yeah, it's crazy what's going on. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Everybody, I hooked up ChatGPT to my Gmail account. And so now when yesterday, for instance, I was going to drop by one of the few local clients that I have because I was going to be in the area. I haven't been in there for a long time. They've had some staff changes. So when I was at an appointment, I typed in my phone, please review all my emails to such and such a client and tell me the name of everyone that works there. And it went through all my Gmail and summarized who works there and the emails I've had with them. So when I walked in the door, I knew the names, and it would have taken me forever to make sure that I had them all organized. Bjorn says he's trying to do that with N8N, but not quite there. Cool. All right. Well, getting back to our override, she does also give another view, another option of the override, and she gives the code for the mod articles and the CSS. So, just to demonstrate the different layout, why don't we just do this? I'm gonna very quickly select this, and we will go into the back end of Joomla. We're not going to change any of the articles. We're going to go System, Site Templates, Cassiopeia Files. We're going to go to HTML, Mod Articles. Now there we have timeline. I'm going to make a new file, HTML, Mod Articles, and I'm going to call this timeline 2. And we'll make it a PHP, and we will create. Now we're going to take the second layout override that she's made. We'll put that in there. And then she has CSS for that. She calls it timeline simple. I'll just call it 2. All right. Great. We've done that. Now we're going to go to CSS and to users. Hopefully she's got, this all has different names. All right, I'm going to save that. And now we just have to go into modules. And we're going to refresh and advance and watch timeline 2. And now we'll go to home. Now here's, again, we've been playing around with this big image, so it is what it is. Oh, we got mass production. The first, I think this image might be throwing things off. So let's go into articles. Close that. Articles. Here. I'm just going to get rid of this big image. All right. Save. Refresh. Okay. And now we have everything. Now you'll notice though, there's something a bit off here. And I don't know if it's using it. I don't know if it's the CSS from the other override. We could see. Timeline. Let's see here. We have timeline. Timeline simple. There might be something in timeline that is throwing it off. So let's just see. Because you still have timeline after timeline post. So let's just see if that's what was going on there. No, there's something in that CSS that's preventing the title from showing there. Now, we could look and see. And margin left. We've got some padding there. I think there's probably some blocking that we could do that moves this over. Because there's a border that's white there. And there's a background in there. I'm just making things, there we go. We can change the padding. Yeah, so we just need to change some CSS there. I'm not going to do that today. Something is not quite right there. I don't think I pasted anything incorrectly. But we'll go back. Yeah, let's just go back to templates here, and we'll put the CSS back in from the end. I just wanted to show that you can do another layout, and really all you have to do is just select the change here, the layout that's there, and you get things change. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Anyways, that's pretty nice. And of course, you can change the CSS of these things here. Here's the background color of the timeline, which is, let's see, just behind me here, background, so we can click this. And of course, it really should be orange, a nice orange. So you could customize your CSS, and you'll see that you'll see that that's in user CSS on line 162. You would go and change that color. And everything will look hunky-dory there. So thank you, Viviana, for showing us how to make that timeline. And of course, just changing the CSS would allow you to change the look of it, but that module override would work. And along the way, we've seen there's a few things that are a little bit challenging to do, which I'm surprised that you can't hide images on the blog category. If we go to articles, categories, our story, options, no way to do that. A layout override would do it. So in that case, I think in that case, if you use the core images, intro image or full image, and had the module display either of those, and then went into the category blog and told it to not display those images, or just did a layout override, and then you would still have the images inside of your articles after read mores, you would have it set pretty good. Layout overrides do let you do what you want to do. Yeah. So a fun little topic and good practice for me doing layout overrides and finding my way around, and those little tricky things that we need to consider. With that, let's try to keep up here on the latest extensions. No Maintenance Monday video this week. I was going to do Maintenance Monday video on that plugin that we saw last week or 2 weeks ago that showed that would allow you to set the default. If you go, for instance, if I go plugins, you could set the default action whether you're sorting by element or access or that. And I thought that would be really handy. You remember, I was really excited when I saw it. And then I went to download it, and I was having some problems downloading it. I tried to even create an account to download it. And I thought, I wonder what's up. And then I looked and I realized that developer is in Iran. And so I have a couple of clients that in order for me to pass their vendor acceptance process, I had to state that I had no business dealings with companies in Sudan and a number of companies, and one of them was Iran, which of course is a country that has, the Iranian Revolutionary Guard is recognized as a terrorist organization. At least Canada, I think, has declared that. But there are sanctions in Canada against Iran, and also the U.S. And so I realized, you know what? I probably should not use this extension just in case down the road it creates problems. Who knows? And I don't know the developer. He could just be someone, probably just someone like me who's developing extensions. Not that I develop extensions, but just trying to live his life. But I decided, you know what? I better not use any software from Iran just just to save myself trouble. So I thought, okay, well, I'm not doing a live stream this week. I'm not doing a maintenance Monday this week for that reason. It had gotten late. Plus, I've been working super hard. Let me just mute this for a second. There we go. So, fun little business fact there. Let's go to Joomla extensions. No, system install extensions, install from web. Newest first. Anything new this week? Let's see. Content calendar. Oh, that's right. Don't forget to like the video, as Susan has said. That would be awesome, everybody. Yeah, we got 8 likes so far. That's great. But Joomla content calendar, you can bring structure to your content publishing, display a compact view of upcoming articles. All right, let's check that out. What tab are we on here? With Joomla content calendar module, you can bring structure to your content publishing, display a compact view of upcoming articles, and give your team clarity about what goes live and when. Perfect for editorial teams. Let's see the demo. Try it for free. With the content calendar module, you can bring structure. And, all right. And there's a pro as well. I wonder what the difference is. Looks like, is it a module? Oh, from web. It looks like they've got a bunch here. Joomla. Oh, and then you can schedule based on things. Well, looks like a little video here. So here we are in content calendar. It's a module in the back end. See, make sure there's not any music here. And oh, look at that. He's oh my goodness. When things are going to be published. That's very interesting. Well, I am going to constant calendar. Yeah, I'm going to do this. I'm going to bookmark that page right now. And I'm going to go Cyber Salt. No, basic. Let's see. No. I must be in here. Oh, there we go. Assign that to me and create a new task. I like that one. Oh, no. Did I not just do a bookmark? Oh, bookmark. There we go. And I will see that later. That's a fun one right off the top. And when was that new? September 4th. Oh, did we not? September 4th. Did we not look at new extensions last week? I guess we didn't. All right, push alert. create email capture pop-ups, exit intent pop-up, email opt-in discount pop-up, drive more sales with push alert on site messaging, grow email lists and SMS capture with opt-in pop-up, sign-up form, and gamification. Push alert, I wonder if that's almost... Let's go download. Will take us to their site. Oh, we can download it right away. So this just a pop-up extension? All right. Improve conversion with A/B testing. So it looks like it's a pop-up or a card that comes up to collect people's information. Build email and SMS marketing. Unless it's automatically grabbing people's numbers if you say go ahead and allow notifications. Could be that. It would be interesting to see a demo of that. What other extension do they have? Oh, one. Oh, this works fine and is free up until 3,000 pushes per site or more. Not really for free. Five minutes saves many hours. So it's for pushing. Is it collecting information, pushing? I'm not sure how it would work. Oh, they have demo here though. Push alert. That's what we're looking at, right? Yeah. No demo there, but if I click here, it says there's a demo. So we click on there. Oh, there you go. Subscribe to get the latest updates from us. You can disable notifications anytime from your browser. Oh, okay. And this is an actual site push alert that does this. Let's go later. Once you integrate push alert in your website, visitors will be shown a prompt to subscribe to your notifications when they allow. Click on allow. We register the endpoint, which is based on the browser. No personal information is collected here, resulting in higher opt-ins. Now you're ready to send your first notification. Just log into your push alert dashboard and compose a new notification. Click on send. Let us do the hard work. Your subscribers will receive the notification in real time, even if they are not on your website. Your website tab is closed on the browser. Or they're not on your website tab is closed on the browser, or even if it's running in the background. Okay. When they boot up their laptop next time, they'll get notification of the next time. Oh, okay. This would be very handy having to contact clients with news, to push a message out saying, hey, just so you know, the server is down, but we'll be fixing it up. Web push notifications work on smartphones. You can send a notification directly to your mobile visitors without any app. This creates a great opportunity for getting higher conversions and re-engaging users. It's time to say, just kidding. But if you dive a little into Push Alert Pro Analytics, all right. Now they do have pricing up here. So $3,000 a month for free. Ivor says too intrusive. Yes. Yeah, it is very intrusive. But if people were to click and say, yeah, I do want to know. Or if you had clients who were to say, please, do you mind? I will be sending alerts, only alerts, important server maintenance and things through this. Or if you're sending it out, it's another way to be in contact with people. but you can send 3,000, excuse me, 3,000 subscribers a month. Unlimited notifications, but only 3,000 subscribers. Man, if you got 3,000 subscribers and you're communicating with them, then it starts to be worth if you got more than that. Custom segments, API access, email support. Okay. That would be interesting. And this is a, what is it, a plugin? Okay. Well, I'm going to bookmark this just so I have it later on. You could probably even make this work. I wonder if you could make it work only in one part of your website where you really wanted to get people that were learning. So not to every visitor, but if someone logged in and to a certain area, if the information you have is important to people and they do want it right away, then they won't mind them. But I could see if you were sending out an alert 3 times a day, then that could get bothersome for people. Content interlinked. Michael Ritchie left a comment on one of my videos looking at one of his things, saying it's always fun when he finds himself. Disconnected articles, a silent killer. Joomla sites engagement, sending readers packing and tanking your SEO. Content interlinked is free battle-tested plugin that puts an end to that nonsense by auto-generating keyword-based links between articles in your Joomla 5 site. It weaves a web of connections using article keywords, meta key, and category associations with customizable tooltips. Plugin is running on articles. All right, so let's go to demo. All right. Maybe I should have read some more there. Each of the 3 blog categories is continued to pull keywords from the others, and those created by content interlink will be displayed in green. All right, let's go here. So let's go to poetry. Be displayed in green. These are all limericks. Okay, what am I missing here?
It's featured on his blog page.
Oh, on his blog page? Oh. Yeah, so this is his blog page here where I'm at. On the home page. Oh, blog page. All right. Now Susan's speaking to me in real time. All right, so I want to see. Did I really? Yeah, okay, how it works. This plugin is running on articles within the blog section of Richie Web. Each of the 3 blog categories is configured to pull keywords in from the others and those from the others and those created by content interlink will be displayed in green. I have turned on the tooltip feature so you can see articles are being linked with a simple hover. Okay. If I go into here, oh, okay, there we go. It's this highlighted text here. So this is okay. Joomla, okay. SERPs takes me to another blog article of his. Chaos. Okay. API. Extensions. Okay. So it is creating links to other software, other articles that have the same keywords. And it uses article meta key values. Okay. Again, I think I'm going to give that one a bookmark. That's a good one too. Oh, thank you, Susan, for helping me do better reading. Okay, article pop-up suggester. We develops. Automatically displays a modal pop-up with a recommended article when the user scrolls to the bottom of the current page. Article selection logic pulls one article from categories defined in the plugin's admin settings. Admin can set multiple categories as the source pool. Excludes the current article from being suggested. If no eligible article is found, the modal does not display. All right, so okay, so if I scroll down here, it suggests a recommended article. And then we can go to here. And then if I scroll down, it will suggest. Oh, it didn't suggest, but maybe there's no keyword. Okay, let's see. Joomla Microsoft PowerPoint. Let's refresh here. Okay, home. Menu label. All right. Reading back to here. Uses the article intro image, article intro text or excerpt, optional article title, and read more link. So that's using that same image field tool. CSS, native plugin. It's a paid download. Let's trigger it again. Demo custom menu flexible. Let's refresh. Oh, it's doing different ones. I wonder if there's a delay in oh, I have made a boo-boo. You can set a delay for the suggested article. Show every time, once per session, once per day. You almost would want a delay just so that when people get to the bottom that they can read it. And we devlips, we've looked at that before, 1999. Or there's okay. Autolinker. Oh, these are all very similar. We're looking about content interlink. That's suggesting related articles. And then here, Autolinker. Smart Plug automates link creation between articles within the same category in Joomla, strengthens your site's thematic authority without keyword cannibalization. Creates links between related articles, prevents page competition. Keywords are linked only within their own category. Saves time, no need to manually edit each article. Rotating tooltips. Works perfectly in Joomla 4 and 5. Ideal for sites with multiple categories that want to improve internal linking and content authority in a targeted way. I'd love to see a demo of that. Just a meta injector. He's got I wonder if he's got it on his site. Okay. BA Mega Menu. Vita Potentia. I think this belongs to this autolinker here. I think we just saw that. So Mega Menu from BA. Best add-on. See the demo. They got presets. And we have skins that we can test here. Okay. Here's that. Oh, demo. Let's try this one here. Oh, and look at that. We've got some colors that we can play around with. And we love our mega menus. Vita Potentia. Now, generate structured data, schema, JSON LD for Joomla articles. It adds the article schema type with key properties, such as headline, URL, image. So it's for structured data. Okay. Auto Alt from Alex. AutoAlt.ai is an AI alt text generator for Joomla that automatically creates accurate alt text and image captions for your website. It improves SEO, ensures accessibility, compliance, and saves hours of manual work with one-click processing multilingual support. Help boost your search rankings. Image support, keyword control, custom. Hello, Imran. How's tomorrow? Auto alt, the repetitive task of writing alt text is done for you so your images generate more traffic, rank higher in search results, and provide a better use experience. I think there's a couple schools of thought here about using AI to describe images. Of course, we're trusting on them to describe the image properly, but I think the alt image is also not supposed to just be something like a cow on the road, but something more enjoyable to describe the image. A big brown cow luxuriously ambles down a country road with mountains in the distance. But it's free download. Cool. All right. Blog roll. September 6th. Wow, so many new things here. Module allows users to display the newest posts from multiple RSS feed ordered by recency. And farts as it goes, yes. Let's see their demo. Blog roll. So it's just showing latest things from an RSS feed. Yeah, it is. Because as I look at the URLs, those are all different. Interesting. That's pretty cool for displaying an RSS feed. Sometimes that is challenging. JT and attachments. Powerful, flexible content plugin allows you to add and manage the attachments directly from the Joomla editor article. Enhances the content creation process by adding a dedicated attachments tab to the article screen. I wonder if this was forked off of something, because in an article I did someone with a site that had a Joomla 3 site, and or maybe it was Joomla 2.5. They had a tab in their articles where you could manage attachments to it, which was tricky to redo because it no longer worked. But it's free. And here's some things that have attachments to them. Some articles. So, interesting. But yeah, I know that client would definitely have liked that, to not have to redo everything. And Joom Helper is something like that too. Okay. Good reminder. Cruisco author bio box. Keen eye for detail. Vivid imagination, she creates fascinating worlds and unforgettable characters. Oh, this is put an author bio box on there. Extends, integrates with Joomla's user management, allowing you to manage author biographies even in multiple languages. Supports dozens of social media features. And it's free. Free versus pro. Authors field. Oh, biography need pro. Custom image. Image placeholder. Presets. Job and title. Website. Email. All right. So if you want some of the cool thing like a biography, then you want to get the pro version. And the pro version is how much? I don't see. Let's see. Oh, and they've got a canonical URL. Go here. I like the look of this page. It's hard to see. Let's start adding bio. Oh, there we go. Use on one site for 34. euros, 5 sites for 49, and unlimited sites for 69. I like the look of this page. Auto menu link. Vita Potentia. That's the third one that he's released that we've seen. Effortlessly streamline your Joomla site with auto menu link. This free plugin automatically creates hidden menu items and SEO-friendly URLs at the site root when publishing articles. Perfect for beginners. It eliminates the need to manually create menus or categories. Automatic menu creation instantly generates hidden menu items for articles, simplifying navigation. All right. So, to have an SEF URL for every single article, you either have to have a menu item pointing to it, or you have to, it has to be assigned to a category that has a menu link pointing to it. So there's a myth that you have to have a menu link for every single article. But, and this does that automatically, which if you still want to do, that's great. And it does it at the root. Hidden menu items for articles. Creates clean root level URLs to boost search engine visibility. Includes XML support for sitemap generators. So that would put all your articles just underneath the root. But as he says, it's perfect for beginners. Well, he's describing it as perfect for beginners because if you're just making a few pages and you don't want to deal and learn how to do all of that stuff with the SEF URLs, then why not? Why not? It'll scratch someone's itch. System link canonical. Oh, now we're into things that we've seen, I think. August 24th. Yeah. Another one from Michael Ritchie. Duplicate content silent killer. How it works. Without canonical URL, search engines see this and article title as duplicate. System link canonical fixes by generating a single SEO-friendly URL for each page. So that if someone is visiting this page, the canonical shows as that. And that's it. All right. I don't think I bookmarked that the last time, but there we go. And then as we look here, Klarna payments and then lawing, and then we're all caught up. So yeah, there's 4, 8, like maybe 12 new ones since we last looked. Meant to see when that got added. Anyways. All righty. Let's go back to there. Well, that was good. Good practice. Good look at things. Hopefully that's helpful for someone who wants to do a timeline to see how to do that. As we looked earlier, some new cool extensions to check out. And I think that'll wrap us up for today. What time are we at? Oh, 12:52. And I was like, what, 5 minutes late? But hour 45 minutes together. Thanks, everybody. As usual, I appreciate your support of the channel. And as usual, I hope that wherever this finds you, be it morning, evening, afternoon, or tomorrow, that you are well. Until the next time, enjoy your Joomla sites, and God bless.